What happened?
Very good. Well, welcome again, everybody. Appreciate you joining us as we are officially in week one of the 2026 UFL season. The Aviators getting ready to make their historic debut Sunday night in Orlando. And again, we'll go through. We've got time for everybody to ask a couple questions. And then after Coach Ginn, we'll have the coordinators rolling through for you. Coach, before we get to the questions, any opening statement on how the team is kicking the week off?
I'm sorry. This thing is going on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, we actually, we start off tomorrow. We'll be off our actual first day hitting the ground and running. We have meetings on Monday. Today was Tuesday, the players' off day. We had a couple guys coming in, doing the extras. But outside of that, we'll kick off tomorrow at 9 and get ready to rock and roll.
All right. Let's get to the questions. And Mr. Simmons, go ahead and kick it off for us.
Okay, yep. How you doing, Coach Ginn?
I'm good.
Good. Always a pleasure to be with you and be in your presence. Couple quick questions. I was watching some of your or some of the Aviators Instagram videos that they were putting up on Instagram stories, and there was one video in particular that just caught my attention. And you asked three things from your players. You said effort, attitude, and respect. How have your guys responded to that?
Every day, they come in with respect. First off, man, we grown men. You know what I'm saying, and we all got different things that we have to handle off the field. So just being able to come in and respect one another is the number one thing. So we can get the great effort out of each individual and out of each coach. And our team is gelling. The right guys, is around. We got a winning culture. You know, we got guys that see different pictures of this whole deal that we have going on. And they are buying into, everything that we got going on. Man, I got great coaches everywhere around me, a lot of guys that have played this game, a lot of coaches who had great guys and played on great coaching staffs and coached on great coaching staffs and different things like that, as a coaching staff, we're gelling so much that the players are, and I think that's where, all them three things kind of go on the line.
Nice. Do you want me to keep going, Brian, or?
You got a follow up, you can go and throw a second one in and then move down the line. That's all good.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. Coach, how has you played 14 years, retired in 2021. So you weren't actually away from the game. You still had your feet and your hands and this and that. But how has the transition been from a player to a head coach for you, Ted?
I mean, I think being a player's coach, as I played the game, and then, coming from a household where my dad been my coach, I think this was kind of like second nature to me. As I got older in the game, that household come out of me that showed coaches how reliable I was on the football field. That coming over here, it's just being able to just have your voice. I think that's the biggest thing that is great about what we have going on here is my voice is not shattered or is not lowered. I can speak and I can talk and I can hang with the best of them, and I think that's where this thing is going so well for me because I'm not trying to take over nobody's spot. Nobody's trying to take over mine. I want to move in the direction where you feel like you're getting respect and you getting your effort out of doing whatever you need to do, and they are being responsible to your literature. And I have to come in and kind of like learn like a player right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have a real traditional playbook or anything like that. So just working and figuring out all the different tools, but just using my coaches and then the guys, they have a great mindset and they got their heads on right. And they understand ball. So just being able to walk things through is just like if I was playing still, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach.
No doubt.
All right, we will slide over to the Columbus Dispatch. Dan, go right ahead, please.
Coach, just wondering if you have any roster updates entering this week, or maybe some players that you expect to step into kind of leadership roles on this team. Anyone you want to highlight in this first week?
Well, man, I'm not a real big guy that put a lot on people's shoulders. I think my whole team is a highlight. I think my whole team are great players. But you always have the quarterback that's always going to stand out. All three of them are great guys. They've been leaders since day one. You always have your Mike backers that really stand out. And really command to do things that most leaders do. But everybody is pretty solid. My guys are gelling. And it's just week one, so we're just gonna come out and believe in what the coaches are seeing and what they're seeing through film, and just try to get a win.
We'll move over to Blake. We're at the Silver. Go ahead, sir.
Coach, your dad is obviously a respected head coach in the Ohio area. What's his biggest advice to you been so far as a first-time head coach, and what's been going through your mind here as you guys are getting ready for your first game?
I mean, one of his big advice was run the ball. Me being a receiver, he know that, I love to, dial it up in the air, but, run the ball, but, just get respect and let others work around you. I think that's the biggest thing when you're in a role like this, is not trying to do everything. I think when a lot of coaches try to come in and demand their voice in everybody's room, I think it goes the other way. But just coming in and respecting the coaches, that you have the respect of what they're saying and how they're moving, and then just trying to be the best team player that I can be. And I think if I show that, then that goes down and it trickles down to everybody else, to where now if they don't see no ego with me and all the things that I have accomplished in this game of football, then who should have an ego? So no egos. We able to, we might not like it, but you're able to, agree with it, and that's what football is all about. I don't think nobody has the real true definition of what football is, as far as, my playbook is the best. I just think that you go in there and you put two minds together and you create what you create.
You're talking about not having an ego, but then also that your coaching staff is developing, which is allowing your team to gel together too. How would you describe the culture of your team and your coaching staff?
Oh man, I think we are very, very serious, but we might look like we lay back. We're very attentive to everything that's going on. I think one of the biggest things is, we believe in each other. You know, uh, Everybody is here for a purpose. I don't care if you're a player or a coach. Just like I was answering a question earlier, and just being removed from the game for X
Yeah.
amount of years, give me an opportunity to come back, and who's going to give me a head coaching job with no experience? So I'm grateful and blessed to be in this situation, and I just think that if I show that to everybody else, we create a culture that want to win, want to believe in one another, and want to fight for your brother.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Coach, before we let you go, whether you're talking about running the ball or providing protection for your quarterbacks, could you talk a little bit about the offensive line? I mean, you've got a veteran, pretty hefty offensive line up front across the board. This is an experienced team that you're putting out there for that front five.
Well, I went in there and I talked to the O line the other day, and I think that'd be kind of like a little difference, that a guy like me coming in and speaking to the O line. But I think that is big. Like I told them, man, a lot of my best friends are O linemen. You know what I'm saying? I know what the importance is, but I know what type of love should be, displayed to them. They always in the trenches. They always, doing all the hard work, and I just want to go in there and just sometimes just tell them, like, man, you're doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? But we might have to play a little lower here. We might have to do the different things like that. But I got a tremendous line, man. They big, they stout. And I just can't wait till we get out there and just put it all together and become the Aviators.
Awesome. Any last minute questions for Coach before we move over to Captain?
Nope.
All right. Appreciate it, Coach. We'll check in with you later.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a nice one.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Right. And I see joining us now is defensive coordinator, Captain Munnerlyn, familiar name for many of you up there. Coach, how you doing today? Yeah, he may have stepped up to grab a drink or something real quick, so hang on, we'll get him. Awesome. Good to see you, Cap. Can you hear us okay? All right, got us, Captain? Love getting all those audio settings set up for Zoom.